Hello, Froggy here, and today I'll be showing you how to do something I've wanted to do since Prophecy first came out. We'll be going directly to the chest room. No loot though.
A Titan and a Dredgen ask a question.
What is the nature of the dark?
Our answer awaits you.
So for this we'll be using the Dropbox technique again. It's probably easiest to just do this right at the beginning. My favorite way to do it is using the Titan melee to fight the pull into the first teleport. I'll go ahead and drop a Sparrow here, and since Henry's joined, I'm able to safely leave and have my Sparrow still be there. If you want a more class-independent way, you can see the Sparrow isn't affected by the pull at all. So, if I just take it out up here, I can easily drive off of the side. But that's not quite as flashy, so I'm just gonna stick with the melee. You can also go up to the outside of the hexahedron area, which will result in a bit of a shorter Sparrow flight, but then you have to either do the Sparrow breach or wait for your super, so might not save time overall. The normal 6 seconds should do. Once you're down, you'll want to line yourself back up with the top, and facing the same direction as the ship, you're going to want to go off to the right. It is quite a lengthy flight, so make sure you're Sparrow flying with something that's comfortable for you. In fact, there's going to be a lot of Sparrow flying in this one. If you sneak a peek off to the right, you'll see the structure that we're flying to. It's the Preload area for Singularity, or Rainbow Road. I've actually known that this is here, in this direction, for quite a while, since it was pretty much the first thing I did when Prophecy came out. I got outside of where you would teleport to Rainbow Road, and then saw where the teleporter led. But until we had all the box breaks that we have now, couldn't really do anything with that fact. So for quite a while I was trying to get the IRB to work consistently here, which is why this video is coming out now and not like months ago. But I wasn't really able to get it consistently. We were able to get out that way, but unfortunately that was only Mad and not me when we did that. I've had some limited success, which I'll show you here, in dying to the load. I found that some areas up top work for setting a res point. I tried right here, but didn't have any luck. I was hoping this would be consistent, but it didn't really end up that way for me. The other thing that I was trying was just dropping down to the bottom and hitting the load in a stasis crystal, or just doing a stasis melee. And sometimes that works, but still not too consistent. Anyways, I decided to abandon that in favor of another Dropbox. Doesn't really matter if you die to the load or not, we just need to get over there. So I would recommend not doing anything that would trigger the darkness zone. So we're going to be using the Liar's Launch variant, because if you try to use a regular Dropbox, you have maybe 2 or 3 feet to sword fly between the bottom of the death barrier and the true edge, so that would be rather hard. So you'll need at least 2 hunters for this, and both will need to be on arc with Liar's Handshake. Make sure their light level is much lower than the Sparrow's. And then do a normal Dropbox. If you do it too early, you'll end up dying to the kill barrier, so watch out for that. But once you let it go far enough, you should be able to just teleport out of the box. And now we're in for some real long flights. I'm just gonna go set my spawn point first on top of the starting structure, just in case. I can definitely say you get some pretty lovely views out here. And then sometimes you don't. I'll be showing you some landmarks that you can use to align your flight, because for a decent amount of it you won't be able to see very much. But before we go for the chest room, I think I'll go to the start of the ribbon. You may have noticed that it goes a little ways back. So it's kind of natural to want to see what the very start of it looks like. See all the little yellow ribbons there as well. I wasn't even sure at first if these were going to be solid this far out, but luckily for us they are. And it's perhaps a bit harder to ride along these. Something tells me they didn't expect us to come out this way. Yeah, nice and easy. Didn't take us too long to get to the beginning. Unfortunately, that's the only quick thing we'll be doing here. Yeah, on second thought, let's not ride down this. It would be a shame to have come out all the way here and get pulled back into the box again. So we're once again going to be heading off to the right. And there are some floating structures here that you can kind of use as a landmark to line yourself up, because we will be going quite a ways on the next one. It'll make the initial sword flight over to the load zone look quick. All of these little floating platforms are solid, which is kind of neat. It's a lot like the ones of these that you see below. There's a couple of them outside of the box. Ah, the lighting transitions. So once we get up here, you kind of want to head in the direction that the top of that building is pointed. The direction that points outwards, at least. I'm just going to land up here. And out in that direction is where we're heading. Now, this is a truly long flight. So, we're definitely going to be doing most of it at 10x speed here. Unfortunately, this wasn't available when I was actually doing the flight, or definitely would have saved some time. Eventually you'll see some lighting transitions. Going to be moving away from the orb of the Rainbow Road area and towards this one, which is, as far as I can tell, useless and entirely empty. However, it is at least something kind of interesting to fly through as opposed to a void, so, you know, I'll take it. You can get a nice view of the entirety of the Rainbow Road area there. And it's kind of neat how they have so much space out here. I do wonder what this orb's about. Maybe they originally had something else planned. Yeah, we're just going to be making our way around this giant orb. Kind of see the chest room area over there. It's also a sizable sphere, so we've still got a ways to go. Luckily it isn't as big as the one we're next to, or that would be an insanely far distance. Well, it's definitely not close. And here we go, the final approach. So doing this dungeon normally, you can sword fly just about out of the sphere in the time that you have after you finish and get the loot. But with the timer, you aren't able to quite get all the way out. But it is neat to see this layered set of stars from this side. The first time I did this, I hit the ground too hard and had to redo the whole thing, so pardon my caution. And naturally there isn't much here now. No chest and no Orin either. But it's still a pretty neat area to reach. Normally you only have a limited amount of time here. Just check out that constellation, or just enjoy the general view. There are death barriers though, so that's fun. In fact, I think they're in pretty much every direction. Yep. Well, every direction except up, of course. And we're back here. Well, I definitely don't feel like flying out that way again, so how about we go to the other end of the road? I guess we can check the inside of this first. It's pretty much like all the others, except there's no platform on the inside, seeing as it's outside of the box and all. And this makes for a lot of good areas to get screenshots. By the way, the rest of this is just messing around with the ribbon, so stick around if you want that. The ribbon actually extends a decent amount further past the boss structure than it did before the start. Or at least it definitely feels that way. see how writable this is. And in the meantime, I might as well give you a little bit of an update of what's going on with me. I've recently moved, which is why I've been doing a little bit less Destiny lately, since I've had to do a bit of work for that, and didn't have my computer set up until recently. With a certain pandemic going on, it's been difficult to get furniture, so I am currently set up on a folding table in my new place, which is kind of exciting. And the acoustics are probably a bit different, so we'll see how much that affects the audio quality. But hopefully should be getting furniture in over the next couple of months, and might even get a new mic, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, the ribbon out here makes for a nice tightrope. It just keeps going off into the distance. Oh. Well, that's gonna be a problem. Decent amount of fog. I don't even know how to tell when I hit the end. And if I lose sight of this, it's going to be a challenge to find again. Kind of see it in the tab line there. The little ghost panes. There we go. Oh, yep, that's there. Yeah. I'm like right up against it and I can't see it most of the time. Well. Oh. And apparently I've just been right next to it. Is that the end? Nope. Well, they're all intersecting, so maybe we're getting close. What's that? And I've like almost lost it completely here. Better not be a wizard at the end of this one. Alright, I've lost it entirely now. Somewhere in this incredibly large void is a tiny ribbon. Well, surely it couldn't extend this far, right? Oh. Wait a minute. There we go. Man, I was not expecting the ribbon to be this far out. It's like all the way out of the box that everything else is contained in. Not the box, but the kind of lighting box or whatever. Is that the end? Looks like it could be. Nope. Still not the end. That's ridiculous. I mean, it's gotta stop eventually. Oh, there we go. And you can see, like, the chest room from here. It's insane. I definitely wouldn't recommend using it to get your directions there, but... Wow. See if we can get an angle with good lighting as we fall. Well, that's something. Definitely have that face seared into my nightmares. Alright, well, let's see how much of this we can ride back. Seeing as I skipped a lot of it on the way out, I don't really know what this is going to look like. Only that I know it flips over at least once. The impressive part is that I've not fallen off yet. Got like 5 pixels across here. I can't even tell when it's getting flat. Well, that didn't go as planned. But yeah, that moving... Oh no. Baby, if you stay still, he can't see us. Anyways, that moving star background is really trippy when you're trying to sword, well, sparrow fly. Even more so than this strange circle of ribbon visibility. Oh yeah, I guess the ghost lines can help with it. And normal lighting! Yay! We've basically made it. Of course, if we keep going this way, eventually we'll just get pulled back into the box. Although, I know the box edge comes pretty close to the boss pyramid, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem here. But yes, I can make a little better use of my time than tracking where this ribbon goes. Really, I'm just enjoying having lighting again. Oh no. Rahool! Well, before we go, might as well just reach the top of the boss area. As that's not something I've gotten to do before. And probably won't be able to do once we use this Dropbox glitch, or the Liar's launch. It is neat knowing that we can actually get to all of those structures that we can see, not just the ones the ribbon goes by. Well, nothing left to do now except take the slide. Whee! Oh no. I think I'll just end this before Rahool finds us again.
A million deaths are not enough for Master Rahool.